YouTube, Vhosythe here, and in this video today I am showing you my unboxing of the Borderlands 3 Diamond Loot Chest Collector's Edition. That is a lot of text for a collector's edition, but nonetheless, to finally be able to open this up after being overseas and multiple days late for the Borderlands 3 release, it felt so good to just haul this 23-pound monster inside, get it on the living room floor, undo the packaging, and show it all to you guys. So here we go. This is this collector's edition, which probably has to be one of my favorite to date. I really don't buy too many collector's editions. I've done it in the past for Dark Souls and maybe a couple other games. I noticed that the Bloodborne Souls games I tend to buy the collector's editions for, but to go all out, this is a really sweet edition to do it for if you're a die-hard Borderlands fan. So this is the child of a box that it comes in, and when you pop open the cardboard packaging, you'll see that a toolbox, now this chest that all this content is in, it really reminds me of like a worker's toolbox. When I take it out of the plastic packaging, you're gonna see that it's pretty much similar material and set up to that. So it gives you a piece of paper in which you can obviously look at to make sure you're popping this open the right way. Everything that you see on here isn't interactive when it comes to the box itself. We have the copy of the game, which I set to the side, and then I took this monster and laid it out on my countertop here. So basically, you have these red switches here that will pop the top open, and I'm just giving you a 360 look at all the fine details, which is really, really cool again, but you can tell right from the video, shining off the light, like if you picked up a toolbox, that would be the quality of this chest itself, which I don't have an issue with. That power switch does not work, so let's not get excited. It looks like a DJ speaker, if I had to be completely honest, with a whole bunch of random, just fill-in plugs to add, just vanilla flavor to the packaging itself. But I mean, it's a really cool concept overall. I definitely appreciate it. I wasn't expecting a steel chest by any means. So you click these switches down, and then you pull this little tray-like piece up, and you just kind of kick it open. I said to myself, I'm really not going to read any directions. I'm just going to throw this thing open, and you'll see that all the goods are inside here. So you have multiple things that you can pull out, set to the side, and decide, what you want to open, what you may not want to open. I know for myself personally that there were two things in here that I'd rather have in the packaging just for the collector's aspect, being able to take it out, admire it, and then set it back in, not open it. Not because I plan on reselling it at a later time, that's just the way I am. So something like this is just really special and really cool to me. And this is one of those things, so collectible figurines, and inside this packaging we have our 4 Valhunters, we have the Calypso twins, we have Ellie, Moxie, and we also have Lilith. So these look really good on like a shelf or in front of underneath your TV. You could lay them out, but it's a decent amount of figures. They put a lot of nice little things in here, and I do honestly think that it is one of the better Ultimate Collector's Editions. But I feel like for a $250 retail price point, the people who are really going to enjoy this most obviously are the diehard Borderlands fans, and that's the back of the figurine box showing you who comes in that. So next up inside here we have the ship model for Sanctuary 3, which I'll probably open this one up at a later time. That's the second thing that I'm just on the fence on. I'd have to assemble it together, which I'm definitely not going to do in this video by any means, but that's just a nice little collector's piece that, again, if you're a diehard Borderlands fan, you'll really enjoy that one, especially looking back on the releases as they get older, being able to look back at, these two things, for example, and say, hey, this came from a really cool collector's edition. So it's got a little scammy code in there, and you'll see throughout just this edition, for example, that piece that I just picked up there, when I opened that up, there are multiple shift codes on that, and you can actually get those shift codes off the internet. They're universal use. They're the same for everybody's map, so it's not like an exclusive thing that the collectors people are getting a jump on. So make sure that you Google, you know what, better yet, I'm gonna throw them up on the screen so that way you guys can pause the video and get this, because you guys always have my back. I need to have yours in this situation. As far as I'm concerned, these don't expire. I put them in a few days ago. Next up, we have a confidential case file, which I thought was really cool. Somebody's been doing a bit of digging and research, so I'll open that one up in a second, but I just wanted to show you the inside of this diamond loot chest. And as you can see, it is definitely made from toolbox material, so if you need the ultimate toolbox, Gearbox has your back. But I appreciate the concept and effort when comparing it to other gaming companies. Again, I feel like for $250, if you're a massive Borderlands fan, this is an ultimate treat, just because there are so many little things in here, and I just appreciate the little details. You know, Gearbox definitely put some extra thought into this. So opening the confidential file, somebody has once again been doing some digging on our Vault Hunters. So when you open this up, you're going to see that this isn't just plain Jane paper, which I really like. It's got a little bit of quality to it, and you can kind of see that reflect off the light there. It's flimsy, it's, I would say, art grade paper, and it has our 4 Vault Hunters on it, and there's actually a 5th page behind it. I thought it was done after flipping through Zane. Obviously here we have Flak behind Flak, we have Mose, and again, just really amazing detail on the characters themselves. They really wanted to push an introduction to them. And then we have Amara behind Mose, as you'd expect, and she just looks awesome. I love this page especially because I absolutely love the siren. And then you can see, I'm thinking it's done, but hey, there's one more page behind there. So Troy and Tyrene Calypso, again, Gearbox just really pushing an introduction to the new characters. But my favorite part about this specifically is the packaging for the case file itself. You can push the flaps back, set your pages in there without having to jam them in after taking them out, damaging corners or anything. So that'll keep it nice and protected. After that, you're going to come across this long box, and it's going to contain 4 Iridian artifact keychains, which you can either keep in the box or you could use them on just your keychains for your car, house, whatever it may be. Another one of my favorite features in this collector's edition, you are going to get a map called Celestica Iridia. Now you're going to find red and blue handwriting all over the map, just giving descriptions on said locations. Some of the handwriting I believe to be Typhon, the first Vault Hunter, just logging in the locations and his opinions on the planets that he's been to. But you could easily argue that the blue text to the left there sounds like somebody who's talking about Typhon. Once I play through the game, maybe I'll be able to find out if that is someone else logging in just descriptions of planets and the locations and areas. But as we continue on, you could see that there's pieces of shift keys, and they're circled, they're in boxes, and more or less what's happening is Gearbox wants you to put these together to redeem the gold keys. But if you rewind back in this video, for whatever reason, if you may have missed it, I put those up on the screen, so make sure you pause that out and put in those shift codes to get shift keys. As far as I'm concerned, once again, those don't expire, so make sure you take advantage of it so you can have an easier time leveling through the game. But those are all our locations that we go to in Borderlands 3, and again, it's just really nice to see a Destiny style layout of what is in the same universe as Pandora. Continuing on with the contents of this package, we get another box that has Troy and Tyrene on the left and right sides, and then to the bottom of Tyrene you're going to see all the bandit followers that they were able to accumulate in Borderlands 3. Opening this up, really cool. We have them in their Cathedral Thug Life poses, Tyrene to our left and Troy to our right, which we see that in-game when we take on one of the very first bosses. So just the amount of praise that they get from the bandits, it's an indication of them looking at Troy and Tyrene as gods. So really cool for them to put that in this box specifically. And then in the middle there, we get another case for our games, the Borderlands 3 front cover and the alternate artwork for one of the collector's editions. And then behind that we have a combined stained glass portrait of Troy and Tyrene. Now this box, it's paper, or at least it's made of like more of a cardboard material. It's not like the steel case that you're gonna get bundled with your game. What they did was basically they put one of the collector's edition inside of the Diamond Loot Chest collector's edition, so you get the Steelbook and you're gonna get the codes inside of your game box here. So this is just me taking that out, and you're going to see the steel case to the right, and then inside of that steel case, when you look to your left, you're going to find your season pass and all that stuff, which I'll show you confirmation that you do get the season pass in this collector's edition. But really quick, I just wanted to show off how gorgeous the steel box case is. And what I love about it, if you take your hand, pick it up and move it around a source of light or just natural daylight, you're going to see that it reflects and it's got a holographic look to it. So there's some layering here, which I find gorgeous of them using the Borderlands 3 theme on this steel box case. I'm really happy that they did it. And another thing that I love, it doesn't come with the original game case, so it's gonna force me to open and utilize this case, which I find myself just tossing most of these steel box cases aside and not using them because I don't want to beat it up like that. So the fact that I'll actually be using this, I'm okay with. So this is the Deluxe Collector's Edition that they packaged inside of the Diamond Loot Chest Collector's Edition. And if you open up the Steelbook, you're going to get a little piece of paper that says include season pass. On the back of that, you'll have your codes and whatnot. But that is the Diamond Loot Chest Collector's Edition of Borderlands 3. I understand that it's pretty much sold out everywhere now, so it's really hard to justify resale price. I feel like no one should ever have to pay resale price for a collector's edition, but if you're a diehard Borderlands fan and you wanted this, I'm really happy to have made a video for you to see what's packaged in here so you could make that decision. Otherwise, I would say get the deluxe version of this game and at least get the Steelbook, because the Steelbook is gorgeous, and just the overall presentation and the fact that it comes with the season pass, I feel like is enough value in itself to make any Borderlands collector really happy. But that's the video. If you guys enjoyed this one, definitely feel free to leave a like on it and consider subscribing to the channel, because I'm going to be rolling out a ton of Borderlands 3 content, just some really hilarious stuff. When I'm done playing through the game, I'll be able to make a better decision on what I want to do as far as content uploads, but of course there's going to be the randomness along the way, and you guys will get to see some of that. So I'm definitely really excited. So make sure you share this one with your friends. If they were looking into an edition of Borderlands, at least I have them covered on this end. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Vhosythe once again. Later.